Welcome back to Casino Guitars. Jonathan here. Today, we're going to talk about something that might affect a lot of you. I know if you've watched our old videos, you saw that Baxter and I were chatting about Reverb and the new fees and some of the things they're going to be changing. Those new fees are kicking in. It costs a little more money to sell your gear on that channel. So with that in mind, and that being said, Reverb's still a very valid place to sell your stuff. It's just a little more expensive these days. So if you're looking at pulling your stuff off Reverb and selling your gear in alternative ways, here's a few choices that in a lot of cases are free or just different options other than going to the old faithful Reverb. Number one, a good choice that's been around forever, Craigslist. If you are not familiar with Craigslist, it's a free site. You go to it, you can search by area. Usually if you're in a big city, you'll have a Craigslist page. I know here, you know, we're in a smaller town, so I have to look at the surrounding sort of larger areas. But it's kind of cool because I can usually search around the whole state and see what's for sale. Craigslist is easy. You can make an account. I don't think you even have to. You're able to list your stuff. It goes up for 45 days, and then you're able, if you don't sell it, you're able to renew your listings. It usually saves your stuff, so if you want to sell something similar in the future, you have a template already there. And it's a great way just to put your stuff out there, and people can go and look in just the musical instruments category, and they can search, and you know, you can sell your stuff. There are some cons with Craigslist. You're gonna get people offering you probably lowball stuff on there. You're gonna get people who are wanting to trade. You get a lot of that on Craigslist. You're gonna get scam offers. Almost every time these days that I post things on Craigslist, I get probably 10 texts or emails or whatever. And by the way, you're able to just set, do you want to receive text or just emails through Craigslist or whatever. So however you decide to do that, scammers are going to message you. Luckily, they always have sort of strange broken English and really weird scenarios that involve, you know, their buyer coming to get it and bringing you a cashier's check. So don't do that if you use Craigslist. Other than that, if you can deal with weeding that stuff out, Craigslist is a pretty good place to sell your stuff. Another place, and maybe this might be my sort of number one these days, is Facebook. If you go on Facebook, there's a marketplace option on there. You can go to the marketplace. You can figure out, you know, if you want to do it within a 100-mile radius or whatever. You can set all those features and search in different areas of the country or your state or whatever. You can see what's for sale. You can message people straight through Facebook. You don't have to give out your phone number or your email address. You can do it all through Facebook Messenger. So some really, really good things there. Maybe the one downside to that is if you're not on social media, if you don't do Facebook, you cannot sell in the marketplace without an established Facebook account with some friends and some history. So that could be a downside or a positive thing, depending on how you look at it. The positive there is that you're weeding through. Hopefully, you know, there's only real people on there, not so much scammers who just create a fake account, have no information, and then try to take advantage by either selling you something that doesn't exist or buying your stuff, and then, you know, however they pay you turns out to be fraudulent. So there's that on Facebook Marketplace. There are a ton of groups. There's one near us in North Carolina that's Carolina Buy, Sell, Trade. It's just nothing but gear. It's nothing but guitar stuff. People list their stuff on there. Sometimes they are straight up selling their stuff. Sometimes they're telling you, hey, I'm interested in a trade. I'd like A, B, C, or D. If you have one of those, hit me up, but here's the cash price. Sometimes people put their stuff on there just as a feeler. They're tired of gear. They want something new, and they're open to absolutely anything. It's great. People are able to meet up. A lot of times they're private groups. So I feel like that gives you a way. It almost is a community feeling where you can chat with things about people. I even see some posts pop up sometimes about, you know, hey, I'm having this issue. Anybody know about this here? So that's a great option as well. Maybe if there's a con of that option, it's that, you know, you do have to weed through a lot of posts. I guess there is a search option in the Facebook group, so you could even filter it down to, hey, I'm looking for this specific style Strat in this color, you know. So that even, usually when I'm looking on the groups, I'm just sort of perusing to see what's there. You know, I always have something in the back of my mind that, oh, if I found the right thing, I'd trade this amp or this guitar. So that's usually how I'm using those groups. There are also some great groups that are specific to, you know, the Fender Stratocaster buy sell trade group, or, you know, Gibson Les Pauls or SGs or whatever. So if you take advantage of those groups, you can really pare down your searches to, hey, I really know I want a 335, or I really want an SG, or I really want a Telecaster. That's a great way to go and list your stuff in those groups, so that you know when people put their eyes on your listing, they're looking for the style guitar that you have, that you're trying to get rid of. Like I said, there is probably a little more expectation that you may be willing to trade some of those groups. So definitely, if you only want cash, put that in your posting, and just know that that's what's going on. So both of those, Craigslist and all the options on Facebook, pretty darn good alternatives to Reverb. There are a few pros, there's a few cons. Do remember a Reverb, even with the increased fees, the whole idea of that is it takes out some of the hassle. You know, you don't have to worry about things. They take those fees because pretty much you put your stuff out there, maybe you answer a message or two, the people pay Reverb, then you get your money. So that's still the sort of allure of Reverb. So if you're okay with that and you want to pay the new 5% or whatever it is, awesome. If you want to try it without paying those fees, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, Facebook groups, sort of seems to be the way to go. I will say that I do a lot of trading and buying and selling, and I have had good luck with all three of those methods. So just depends on the mood I'm in, how quickly I want something to move, and if I'm willing to pay that fee that now is 5% instead of what it used to be. So hopefully that is helpful. You guys let us know how you sell gear in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. I'm sure there are other ways that I'm missing. I'd love to learn some new ways to buy, sell, and trade gear as well. So comment down below. Let us know. Let us know about your good experiences and maybe your bad experiences as well, so that we can all figure out the best way to navigate these new odd times for gear trading and selling. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe on the video. Smash the bell so that you'll see our new videos coming out. We have new product demos all the time. Lots of new custom shops coming in. We're waiting on a huge shipment from Martin. And there's always random, odd, fun stuff coming in that we do demos and talk about. So keep track of all that stuff here and on our Facebook and Instagram accounts. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.